Hey everybody, what's going on? Another sweat box here at the storage unit, trying to get a little organized. Bad day. I needed to self isolate a little bit. I needed some time by myself to think. You know, for 20 years, it's been a roller coaster. It's been the daily decision: do I go back to bed or do I get up and suffer through the day? There's not a day that goes by that I'm not in some kind of pain physically. Um, And then you have the days like today where you have a step back and it's just an emotional roller coaster. It's been a year since my therapist told me that she thought I was bipolar. I still haven't had a chance to find a psychologist. Uh, the roller coaster of prednisone and shot and this and that and the other thing is just, it's been emotional. I finally got to a point where I was able to hit some balls, getting excited to play some golf, and then I ripped my last contact this morning. I can't play in glasses. And it's going to take a couple weeks to get a contact. So I think this is the death blow to the podcast. I got 2 weeks left on unemployment, and it's time to find a job. So again, it's been a roller coaster. 20 years ago, I started in high school. During basketball season, we couldn't figure out what was going on with my feet. Day after day in the cold tub, x-rays, couldn't figure it out. Finally, about 5 years, 7 years later, I was like 24, 25. I just started playing for a living and I blew out both knees on the same day. When the doctor went in to figure it out, he said, "There's way too much inflammation. What's going on? Have you been in pain?" And I was like, "Yeah, my whole life," but I was told it was growing pain. So for 20 years, I went through physical and mental and feeling like I was a pussy because I couldn't handle it. And finally, a doctor told me what it was. And then now it's been a roller coaster of getting healthy. I mean, the fact that I can't find a psychologist to help me with the transition on and off meds, it just got to a point where I couldn't deal anymore. I was working 80 hours a week, suffering through pain. My days off were sleep and recovery. I let things go, like cleaning the house and stuff. But it was fine when I was single. There was nobody there to call me out on it. When somebody came into my life, it was great. It was a roller coaster. We had a blast. We had so much fun, but I didn't stop to take the time to get healthy. And she started getting pissed at the cleaning, and it turned into resentment. In October, she went away for a month, and it made me realize how much I loved her and how happy I was. And I started thinking about getting clean and healthy and doing things, and then I hurt my back. And it wasn't arthritis anymore, it was an injury, and there was no fix. I suffered through the holidays, and then COVID happened. And it was just a disaster. I started taking my shot once a month because I didn't want to completely shut my immune system off during COVID. The pain and inactivity just turned into me smoking on the couch all day, every day, which led to more depression. It's a night in September when we were looking for the house, probably in 2020. COVID was still going on, but we were back to work. I was just an emotional wreck. I had the pressure of working. Uh, the hours after COVID were crazy. People were just ready to go. It was nonstop. It was one after another, not knowing if anybody coming in my bay was going to have COVID and if I was going to be taken down. But I couldn't stop. I could not work. So what do? We thought we had found the house, and then her father went and looked at it, and apparently there was issues with it, which I'm glad he found them. Obviously, you don't want to buy a house with issues, but it just add to the stress. 6 months of looking, the rates going up, the market changing, me isolating more and more, and getting deeper and deeper into depression. And then we found the house. I thought things were going to be better, and it was for a little while. Just the constant depression and just not wanting to go do anything, ignoring life's responsibilities, just waking up and going to work, making $150,000 a year and not enjoying a fucking penny of it. The days with her just turned into fights. My negativity was wearing on her. And then she left, which was fine. I understood. I expected it. You know, she was 20 something. I was miserable. Yeah, it hurt, but, you know, we were moving on, whatever. I was trying to do everything I could to keep the house. And then obviously she met somebody and her attitude flipped. It went from we're in no rush to you got to sell the house today. And I was just like, can I have time to figure it out? And she got a lawyer, and then whatever. So we stopped talking. And the only time we talked was when she would call, check in the house, and she'd poke the bear. I'd lose my shit. She'd screen grab it, show everybody, tell everybody how much of an asshole I was. Whatever. We were just moving on. Everybody always thought I was an asshole, so what did I care? You know, it is what it is. Everybody tells me I'm an asshole all the time, so be it. Business was struggling, and then Bogey died. And I decided to close the business, to give up insurance. And I knew the writing was on the wall. It was going to be a long 6 months of pain, and physical and mental, and I just didn't want to deal with it. So I gave up. And I put together a life plan. I was going to make it through the holidays, and then I was going to go to Florida, and I was just going to spend my money and drink until I died. Somewhere along the line, my tires were back ordered. Things changed. I had the idea to do a podcast. Positive momentum kind of started again, and then just the health. I just can't get healthy. Looking forward to the crash of getting off prednisone again in the next couple of weeks. Just the emotional beatdown of it. It's funny. I had plans today. I had a 2 hour drive. I was going to set up the tripod in the car, and I was going to talk live and kind of update what was going on. I was going to go over to Thorny Lee. I was going to go over to DW. And then I ripped my contact. And then I just jumped in the car and started driving. I went and ran my errands. I didn't stop at Thorny. I have no contact, so I'm not going to go hit balls. Figured I'd come over here and try to get something done. Sweat my balls off. And just wanted to stop and vent. So, all right, guys. I can't thank you guys enough for the support. It's been awesome. Unfortunately, I apologize. Just health just isn't cooperating right now. Wish you guys the best of luck all season. Have fun. Be good. Go low.